What is it like? What is it like to be sitting in that hearing room with the likes of Jim Jordan and have to deal with that stuff?
I don't want to disparage a colleague, but I do think there is a toxicity in relationships that did not exist before. When you look at somebody who joined in the purpose of the mob on January 6th, and that purpose was to stop, to prevent the validation of Joe Biden and Kamala Harris's election by the Electoral College. Normally a ceremonial event. After all of the violence, after 5 deaths, we reconvened, and 144 of them voted to overturn the elections in 2 states. Duly valid, audited, judicially reviewed election results. And that means you made common cause with the crowd that was violent, that engaged in premeditated insurgency, and that led to 5 deaths, which could have been us. And so I think you look at people quite differently after January 6th than you did before. They're not just political adversaries. They're people who align themselves consciously with a violent mob that meant to do harm to you, your staff, the Vice President of the United States, among others.
I have to say, when you put it that way, which is the way we see it, which is the reasonable frame on what you experienced and what you experience on a daily basis, it is astonishing. It is just astonishing how you and Congressman Lynch and others are able to maintain the civility in that room the way you do. I just don't know how you do it. It's literally something we kind of don't know how you can do it.
Well, I believe in the power of truth and facts, and I believe calling out their fabrications, their alternate reality that is delusional and deliberately designed to persuade people to believe what they say, not what they see and know, which is called gaslighting. I think the power of words and the truth still remains, and I believe in it. And I think it's my duty, and Steve Lynch and others, to propound that truth, to make sure the public hears it and sees it.
Hey, thanks for watching our YouTube channel. You should know that you can follow today's top stories and breaking news and catch up on your favorite MSNBC shows all in one place. Download the NBC News app today.